morning on a Monday, leading up to the Christmas holiday.
So good to be back.
Good to be back. Matt Vasgersian, Harold Reynolds, Lauren Shahadi, band back together.
Soundboard on? Soundboard on?
Let's see.
You know those things poop constantly.
Yes, it is. That's an affirmative. It is on.
Lauren's in the house.
Yes.
Lauren was the only one kind of keeping the stove warm over the weekend, thanks to Flo and Ronnie for filling in for us.
I got a picture of your whereabouts. I'm going to share it in about 15 minutes' time, but I know exactly what you did over the weekend.
Okay.
You nervous?
I wasn't.
I am very nervous.
I wasn't trying to keep it secret. You're in
That laugh
Orlando.
right there.
You got to go to the
call it.
park.
She's got something on you.
How you doing, man?
I'm good, man.
Bowl season kicked off.
Yeah.
Huskies roll.
Huskies played really good.
Army-Navy game was unbelievable.
That was great. Great game. Did you watch, though, on top of all that, I watched Nebraska, Texas A&M volleyball last night.
No, I did not watch the Nebraska A&M volleyball.
You guys are missing it. We're seeing who goes to the Final
Phillip
Four.
Rivers or something.
Nebraska is 33-0 going into this match with Texas A&M. Number one ranked is number 3. You have to score 25 points, okay?
Okay.
They end up in overtime. The final score was 37-35 to make the match 2-2.
If you are too afraid to get hit,
knocked
don't
off
play.
the number one ranked team in the country, and they're moving to the Final Four.
All right. Who? Nebraska moves on.
No, A&M knocked them off.
Congratulations.
They got some
to A&M.
athletes all over the place.
So while you were watching that last night.
That's what I was watching.
While you were watching the Nebraska A&M volleyball game last night, boy, there's a ton of baseball news to catch you up on from the weekend. Starting with a pretty big one, Jorge Polanco leaving the Pacific Northwest to switch coasts and join the Mets on a 2-year, $40 million agreement. No opt-out, no deferred money, which really caught our attention.
I'm happy for him. Look, he went to the Mariners. They brought him back last year, and he was a late signee. And he got, I think, 6, 7, 8 million, somewhere in that range. And basically, I won't say he bet on himself, but he got an opportunity and took advantage of it and played great in the postseason. $40 million.
At a huge postseason. I will say this, though. Mets fans are still like, wait a minute. We let Alonso walk. We let Diaz walk. We trade Brandon Nimmo, 3 of the most popular, if not the most popular players for fans.
Yes.
And you bring in Jorge Polanco. Nice, but Met fans are out there saying we need way more than this.
Well, the real sting, 2 homegrown players. And you can consider Diaz after the trade that they got him from Seattle, and he basically became their guy. But 2 homegrown with Nimmo and Pete. Top picks.
And a guy that'd been there for 7 years. In Diaz, yeah.
Came through the organization. That's a tough.
They're not done yet. There's still work to be done, as Christopher Russo likes to say. There's still work to be done.
I am not the village idiot.
No. I didn't even go there.
Wow.
You were right when you say there's still work to be done.
What do they do though? They have to make a major trade. If you look at the free agent market,
do you buy the Scooble stuff?
yeah, they have to be in on that. I'm still going back to the San Diego. It's the only team that makes sense.
We're going to talk about that a little bit later on. We're going to go through some rumor and innuendo, or as they say on Bravo, the rumors. Let's go to the next deal that we learned of over the weekend. And the defending American League champion Toronto Blue Jays have been really busy. Not happy with runner-up status. They bring in Tyler Rogers on a 3-year, $37 million deal. Really good numbers last year between the Giants and the Mets. A guy who's entering his age 35 season, as you see there on the screen. They've really bolstered up, and we're going to talk about what they're doing big picture in a moment. First, give me what you got on Rogers to the Jays. Is he going to be that swing man, that relief piece? They're going to give him a chance to start? What do you think?
No, he'll be in the bullpen.
Okay.
And he'll be matchup. He's a tough matchup.
Yeah.
The one thing, I know we have, you play a lot of interleague games and whatnot. I have not seen him in my most recent memory in the American League. I think that's a nice move to go see hitters that have never seen him before.
Really good call.
And that is going to be effective for him. I remember he's with the Giants. He's with the Mets. I don't remember him at all in the American League. So I think that's going to be huge.
Do you remember the last time a runner-up in a World Series went this hard in the offseason? It was only a couple years ago.
Yeah.
And Lauren remembered this on our production call. Diamondbacks really loaded up when they finished runners-up to the Texas Rangers a couple of years ago. That was the offseason when they got Eugenio Suarez, when they signed Erod. That really didn't work out. But they also signed Lourdes Gurriel Jr. And what happened to those Diamondbacks that year? Well, they fell short of expectation, but they didn't rest on their laurels, and the Jays are doing the same thing. I think we'd agree that what the Jays are doing makes them a real power. Oh, and there's this. Mark Shapiro, why not, gets a new 5-year deal as president and CEO of the
Mark.
Toronto Blue Jays, because it's working. Remember when Mark first went up there from Cleveland? There was a little pushback.
Yeah.
But, he's not one of our guys, blah, blah, blah. I think he's earned everybody's trust up there, and why not? They've had a great run, and they've built something that I think we'd all agree is really sustainable.
Yeah. No, they got a great organization. Really nice. And they've made it so that players want to go play in Toronto. And that's big.
Yeah.
And he's put great talent around it. He and Ross both have done an amazing job. And this is well-deserved.
And you're not hearing about, guys don't want to go to Canada because of the customs and taxes, and it's hard to get their families in and out of there. No, you want to go up there and win and be postseason relevant.
Love Canada.
Yeah, you love Canada. Everybody loves Canada. All right, elsewhere, this felt like this one was coming. At some point during the season, there was a lot of discussion on Maikel Garcia really evolving into an all-star style player. He was an all-star, and he gets a 5-year extension. Deal worth just short of $58 million. There's language in there for a 6th year as well. And then we learned of the Royals acquiring Isaac Collins from the Brewers in exchange for Angel Serpa, which is really interesting because when I saw this, I guess you and I reacted the same way. Isaac Collins feels like a really high upside player. I guess the glut of outfielders in Milwaukee made this an easier deal to stomach, but I don't know that they didn't sell low on a guy like Collins. And that's no offense to Angel Serpa, but I like Collins as a potential run producer in the middle of a lineup.
Yeah, it just shows you, though, we're in such a time for premium for pitching. Everybody's trying to get pitching, and it doesn't have to be starting pitching. It's just healthy arms. And so to give up 2 players to go make this move, that's a big move. It's a huge statement.
Get into the tournament.
Collins, man. I mean, he was what, number 3 or number 4 in the Rookie of the Year award?
I think number 4, yeah.
Plays all over the place for you. He's going to be a nice fit for them. But the Brewers do have guys getting healthy, coming back. They got a gluttony of talent, of guys playing. So he may not have had the opportunity to find that spot for him to play every day.
When the Brewers were going on that great run in late July through the early part of August, Collins was right in the middle of it. And as you mentioned, kind of a mix and match guy. But back to your earlier point on acquiring pitching, we know that if you get into the tournament, and that's what postseason baseball is now, it's about figuring out how many outs you can get out of each guy. They've got a left-handed situational guy that they plan on relying on here. And this, too, get him with Chris Hook, who I believe is one of the best pitching coaches in the sport. Yeah. And we're going back a number of years where that's a true statement. Mm-hmm. He could reach an even higher level.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think more so than any time in the game, you play the matchup game with coaches. And with here's his strength, here's what he does best, here's what we do. Mm-hmm. And we just saw it in Boston. We're seeing it now with Andrew Bailey a lot in Boston. And I think that's one of the reasons they end up making the Sonny Gray trade. He can spin the ball, and we love to spin the ball. You heard Alex Cora say that on our show. And the same thing you're talking about with Cook with this deal.
Double callback here. Yeah. We talked about the Diamondbacks a moment ago. We talked about the need for starting pitching league-wide. And how about reuniting with a guy who they liked a lot when he was there, Merrill Kelly. Spends
a great move.
Couple of months as a Ranger and then comes back to the Diamondbacks, 2 for 40, 37 years old this year. I don't think anybody's shocked by this. I still can't believe how much he looks like the regular guy. But 22
regular guy.
The comedian, the stand-up comedian.
Oh.
The guy that used to be a writer for Letterman. Savino, what's his name? Chris.
The regular guy.
Chris Elliott. Chris Elliott.
Oh, Chris Elliott. Yeah.
You remember Chris Elliott had his own show on Fox.
Lauren in on this one. Lauren.
No. Well, there was one other deal we have to report on, too. Lauren, do you want to?
No. I was going to say.
Josh Bell signs with the Twins.